Simon from What Culture here with Ricochet. Ricochet, thank you for joining me. How are you doing?
I'm all right, not too. I'm a little sore. Something after the match last night, my back was like, I was standing like by the merch table or whatever, and literally like bending down to pick up a shirt or something. My back was killing me. I don't know what it was.
How is it now?
It's better today, but
Yeah.
it's still weird. I don't know what it was.
But is that from your match with Ospreay? Just one of those things
but
that
it's just
happens?
one of those things. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't feel it until like after the match. I was like, oh, I don't know what it is.
It's an interesting place to start, though. As a pro wrestler, what do you do? Because the one thing I always get told is there's a difference between being injured and being hurt when you're a pro wrestler. When you're hurt, you work through it. When you're injured, you rest up. So what do you do when you're hurt as opposed to injured and you know you have to work the next night? I mean, what do you do? Stretching, like ice?
Yeah, ice is great. I'm a big believer in icing.
Sweet.
I've had knees, ankles, shoulders, whatever that was just so sore one day, and I use ice. And it's so much better the next day. Like, it still hurts a little bit, obviously, but the ice helps so much. It's ridiculous how much ice actually helps. It's crazy.
So basically, if anybody wants to get on your good side, bring ice.
Bring ice packs.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
With your style as well, which obviously very intense, very quick, do you find you kind of rack up, not more injuries, but do you find like after each match you're maybe a bit more hurt than maybe other guys on the card?
No. Like I said, I'm usually pretty good after a match. I mean, of course, your casual aches and pains and stuff, but no, I don't, because a lot of guys, I don't know. I don't think so. I think that I do a pretty good job of keeping it.
Preparing yourself, I guess, for what you know you're about to do.
Preparing myself, but also like I don't take a lot of the big bumps a lot of the guys take anymore. So I think I do a pretty good job at like keeping myself. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Ready,
I guess. Yeah.
Pumped.
Yeah, I guess so, maybe.
Of course. And how are you finding WCPW so far? I know you've been over here a couple of times before.
Yeah, I was here in January.
Yeah.
And that was my first time, and it was awesome. And so I was glad we were able to make February work. So I'm hoping in the near future I can come back, but this is probably the busiest I've ever been in my entire life.
Oh, really?
And so whenever I get a weekend open or something, if our schedules work out, I hope I can come back soon because it is an awesome place. It's got awesome people here, awesome matches, so awesome production, awesome building. So it's a good place to work. It's like one of the top in my opinion. So.
Man, excellent. Also, I think the fact you said you're that busy must be a great barometer to the fact that you're at the moment one of the most successful pro wrestlers on the planet. Because the busier you are, it means the more people want you to work for them, right?
Yeah, that's very true. And the thing is, like, I need to learn how to take a break sometimes. Because, like, I'll have a weekend off or something, and then the guy's like, hey, well, we have a show. Do you want to come? And I'm like, yeah, I'll go. And I'll just do it. And I'm like, I should take that weekend off or that day off or whatever. And I don't. I need to learn to pick and choose.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Also, going back to last night as well with True Destiny, you were involved in a match with Ospreay, which I think everyone agreed was, again, you had another great match with him, but you had to deal with the top rope breaking.
Yeah.
How do you deal with something like that? Because I'm sure that's something you just expect is going to be there for the whole match.
The thing is, like, with wrestling, like, I tell a lot of people, like, a lot of the, like, students or people who ask me, like, advice or whatever, I'm like, you can have your plan, you can have your structure of what you think the match is going to be until you get inside the ring. Like, once you get inside that ring, like, anything can happen. Anything. A guy can get hurt, the ring could break, lights go out, whatever. Like, literally anything can happen once you get inside the ring. So you really got to be expected for the unexpected.
Yeah.
You got to expect the unexpected, I should say.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And like I said, that's not the first time that's ever happened to me. That's probably like the fourth or fifth time that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Never on like the handspring. I've never done a handspring in a break.
Just snapped.
But so I mean, not that I'm used to it because no one's ever used to it. But you know, again, like once you're in there, it's like I think JR said it last night. There's no pause. You know what I mean? It's live. You know what I mean? So we gotta keep going. You gotta, again, just audible and try to work around it. You gotta adjust. You know what I mean? Like the show must go on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just you made another point there as well, like something I'm always interested to ask wrestlers about their own wrestling training and stuff. What was that like for you? What memories do you have? Now that you've come so far and you're working, you're doing these big shows, what are your memories of actually learning to training to become a wrestler?
I just remember it hurting real bad. I remember literally the first day, because we're learning bumps or hitting the ropes or whatever, and we go to my friend's house. Like his mom picks us up, take us back to his house. We just like fall in on the floor. Like we have bruises on our backs from hitting the ropes. So we have bruises on our backs. We just fall on the floor exhausted. I just remember it being like the worst thing ever, and I'm like, this was awesome. It was so cool. You know what I mean?
That's the best.
So
though,
that's
right?
the best
Yeah.
though. So I remember that day specifically, like just falling on the floor and just laying down, being like, I'm not moving.
Yeah, but you didn't lose the passion though. That's the key. Because some
But
people,
I loved it. I did. I was like, I'm gonna go back again tomorrow, and then the next week, and so I fell in love with it. So it's cool.
That's what. And how long do you think it took you from a training aspect before you yourself thought I can now go work matches and do that kind of thing, or did someone else need to tell you you're now ready to go?
Oh yeah. I trained for however long they had me train, and then actually I think it was more of like a birthday present because my first match was on my birthday.
Amazing.
So they were like, yeah, we're going to put you out in the match. And the match was awful. It was horrible. And so, but almost everybody's first match is horrible unless you're like Will
Kurt Angle
or something, or Kurt
yeah.
Angle, one of the crazy freaks who just get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, they had me do it on my birthday, which I thought was really cool. So now every year my birthday is the same year as my wrestling anniversary.
That's lovely,
so
right?
it's pretty cool. So, but no, yeah, they were the ones that were like, we're gonna have you on. It wasn't like my choice or anything.
Yeah. How old were you when you had your first match?
I was 15. I
knew
turned
that already,
the day
but
I
I
turned
wanted to hear you
15.
say
Yeah,
that
the day I
is-
turned 15.
How on earth? How on earth? How on earth? That's the only question I've got.
And I got hit with the light tube. As at the end of the match, the guy like was beating me up, hit me with a light tube. My first match, the only light tube I've ever been hit with my whole career, 13-year career.
Welcome to the pro wrestling business, right?
Matt Strikers tell me suck it right next to me.
That's actually true. And on that note, Ricochet, thank you very much for your time and good luck later on. You take care,
Thank you
man.
so
All the
much.
best.
Thank you.
Monday, March 6th, live from Newcastle, and free on YouTube. Drew Galloway will defend his WCPW championship against the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. And the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will defend his WCPW Internet Championship. WCPW proudly presents Exit Wounds. Monday, March 6th, 7:30, 2:30 Eastern. Tickets still available at wc.pw.